Hi, I'm Heather Louise and I create videos on all things related to mental health with a special interest in improving self-esteem for Black women and healing racial trauma. So if you are interested in that sort of content, please subscribe. In today's video, I am going to share some ways on how to avoid stress around the holidays when you are in an interracial relationship. Now, I am recording this a few days after Thanksgiving this year, and if you are anything like me, I definitely had a lot of stress specifically in my relationship this year, and this is something that was definitely really on my mind. And in being in interracial relationships primarily throughout my life, I have gone through this many times. So it's definitely something that I wanted to focus on, how to reduce my stress around this time, because with all of the elements that are involved in being in an interracial relationship, that's already stressful enough with everything that is going on. And if you want to learn more about the different things that goes into just being in an interracial relationship, I will definitely link some videos up above and you can check them out there. But specifically around the holidays, there are some tips that I want to share with you guys if you are experiencing stress, maybe fighting with your partner more around the holidays. These things can be avoidable. I mean, it can't completely be avoidable, especially because, there's more people involved when you're in a relationship, like their families are involved or other things that are also involved. So you can't really control everything. And that probably will be my tip number one, is to realize that you just can't control everything around the holidays. And this is just, in any other relationship as well. But particularly in an interracial relationship, there are so many things into play that you just can't control. For example, your partner's family is something that you just cannot control, unfortunately. And sometimes it might be a little bit foreign or different from, for example, your own family. So there are some things that you're going to have to give and take or compromise on. But make sure that you are not more focused on doing things your way around the holidays, and make sure that there is a balance. Something that me and my boyfriend like to do, we make sure that we switch up holidays. So if we're spending Christmas with his family, one year, then the following year we try to spend Christmas with my family the next year. And that's something that helps ease any sort of, oh, we're always doing things your way. And, making sure that we do have that balance, making sure that we're both getting what we need in our relationship. And again, it can be, definitely goes along with anyone that is just in a relationship in general. But there is an extra element to there that I want to talk about when it comes to spending time with, your partner's family that's outside of your race. There is a sense of mourning that comes along with it that a lot of people just do not discuss or do not talk about, which makes people want to, have everything, your way. So when you are spending time on a holiday, there are some things that are not going to happen with your partner's family. Like, for example, specific traditions that you might have with your own family, and that's really tough. So that's something that you do have to respect around the holidays. Like sometimes, if one family eats something specific around the holidays and your family has always eat something different, it's something that you might need to kind of balance it out or compromise and say, okay, well, maybe this year we're not going to be eating this type of food this year, or not doing some specific tradition this year. And that can be tough. So make sure that you do take the time to also mourn the loss of some traditions or just being around people who look like you. I think that that's something that is not talked about enough, because when you think of the holidays, especially as you're growing up, you're constantly surrounded by your family, but also people that also look like you, at least majority of the time, because I know sometimes someone might have like an aunt or uncle or a cousin or something like that of a different race, but primarily you are spending time with people that are your family and do look like you. So when you are in a relationship, in any kind of relationship, let's say same race relationship, at least, yeah, you might not be spending the holidays with your family, but at least you're spending it with people who also look like you or might even share the same traditions as you, or eat the same food as you know, that sort of thing. So as in a racial relationship, if you are spending time with your partner and you're around their family, so yeah, it is a loss of tradition, most likely, if you guys do not have the same culture or didn't do the same things on that specific holiday. But also it is a sense of, do I belong here? I don't know if I fit in. So it's just that weirdness there as well that can definitely be really stressful. And this is something that I want you guys to make sure that you're communicating to your partner about, and that partner must be open to listening to how you are feeling. It can't be a thing where your partner constantly shuts down when you talk about how you might not be comfortable being around their family, and not in a bad way. It's not like, you know, you think that they're going to harm you anyway. It's just that you don't feel you fully belong just because you might look so different than them, or you might believe in something that's completely different than them. So that's something that needs to be talked about with your partner, and make sure that you guys are fully heard and understood and supported, because your partner can definitely be a major support when you are spending time with your partner's family and just being around other people that, again, do not look like you. That's something that you can kind of maybe have your partner check in with you on and say, hey, how can I make you be more comfortable? How can I include you more in the conversation or any tradition? Maybe they can teach you something about the tradition, maybe have you do something while you are with your partner's family, and help make you feel more included in the tradition by actually taking part in something. For example, like actually maybe trying to make a specific meal that is really important for your partner's family, or something that they always did, and just bring it so everyone else can enjoy and you know that you took part in it. So that those are just some ideas there that's really important. So again, just to summarize what I talked about, just making sure that you ease up all of your control around the holidays. Make sure that you guys are doing things in a balanced way. You guys are listening to one another, supporting one another, and also taking that time to mourn if you need to, because it can be sad. It's okay to feel sad. If you're not doing something that's something that you have always done throughout your life, it is really sad, and you're not spending time with your family, so it can definitely be really rough. So your partner is someone that you can really rely on, and you should be able to rely on. So that's something that you guys need to communicate about before any of the holidays. I highly suggest that. Something else that kind of goes along with easing stress is making sure that you set boundaries with your family. So again, maybe one partner isn't very comfortable around your family for a variety of reasons. Just being in an interracial relationship, maybe your family is not very supportive of the fact that you are in an interracial relationship, and may not like your partner because that they are a different race. So making sure that you do set those boundaries with your family by saying, this is who I'm bringing this year, this person's really important to me, obviously, and you need to respect it. Something that has worked with my partner this year is making sure that we set boundaries on the time that we spend with his family. So, you know, I'm not constantly pushed to just be out of my comfort zone, because it can be a little bit too much for me at times, with all the things that I've talked about. Just being around people who do not look like me, it can be really tough. Especially as a black woman dating a white man. There's so many different levels to it. If you guys understand what I'm talking about, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But we set a time limit for how long that we are going to spend with his family during the holidays. It's something as simple as saying, okay, so when we are with your family, we're going to only spend 2 hours and then we're going to leave. So it's not constantly like, okay, when are we going to leave? When is he going to feel comfortable to get up? When is he ready to go? That sort of thing. So we already know, okay, we got 2 hours, let's make the most of it. And then, you know, just respect that boundary. Also, if your family is just asking for more time, or just asking for more from your partner, or even just trying to exclude your partner in a certain way, it's just really important to make sure that you set that boundary. Like, this person is here for a reason. I'm in a relationship with this person, or I'm married to this person, or this person is the parent to my child. Like, this person's really important to me. You need to respect it, and you need to know that they're going to be around during the holidays. So you need to get used to it, that type of thing. So just making sure that you do set those boundaries with other families, because families love to push boundaries. So that's really also an important thing. Also, another thing that I think is extremely important in making sure that you are showing your partner that they are special to them. I mean, you are deciding to spend a holiday with your partner away from your family. It's huge. It's really something that, again, it can be said, but you're also making a statement saying that you're really important to me. I'm giving up a lot of things for you. I'm giving up a lot of familiarity for me. So therefore, make sure that you show more appreciation for your partner and more attention during this time. So me and my boyfriend, what we like to do is we like to make sure that we are spending our separate time away from our families, making sure that we do something like a date, or something just together, to just kind of get away from everything and just make a better connection during this time. This is also something that you guys can make your own tradition. If you guys have different cultural backgrounds, making sure that you guys maybe create something just for yourself or for your future family. That's also something that you guys can do, and make sure that you are keeping up with it every year. Just something for the two of you. So that's definitely a really good piece. And also, when it does come to family traditions, just making sure that you guys both respect each other's traditions. So if you are spending time with, you know, your partner's family, and your partner may have different traditions or different cultures that you guys like to do in the holidays, maybe when you get home, maybe you can celebrate your partner's tradition that didn't get to be celebrated during the family time together, and just making sure that you can have a balance of both. So that's also something that's really important. And last but not least, I do want to say it is extremely important to keep up with your daily routine around the holidays. Now, again, this can be for everyone, but particularly for individuals who are in an interracial relationship. If you are giving up a lot, if you are being away from your family, being away from people who, you know, look like you, to be around people who might not look like you at all, or might not celebrate the holidays that, you know, you are so used to celebrating, you are away from your comfort zone, and that can be really stressful. So just making sure that you are keeping up with your daily routine. Maybe you are the type of person who likes to wake up, meditate, go out for a run, exercise, eat right, read. You know, those are things, making sure that you do schedule it in, because otherwise, if you don't, it's going to be, you know, a day or a few days. If you like to celebrate, you know, the whole weekend, that you're just away from, you know, your basic routine, the things that keep you sane, the things that keep you feeling safe, the things that, you know, lower your stress. So definitely make sure that you are including it around the holidays, your daily routine, and hopefully that might reduce your stress. So let me know in the comments below if the holidays does bring more stress than usual into your relationship, if you are in an interracial relationship. I would love to hear from you, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.